Here we are with Dragon Quest II HD Remake. So, Dragon Quest II, apparently there was a fourth character? Game ruined, throw it out the window. Throw the code out the window. Meant 4 characters? What is this game? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty, like, unchanged, I think. Ah. We're not playing Draki Quest. Pointing to my chest, I went through this game, first game, through all the pain of Dragon Quest. And we're going to do this game on Dragon Quest. Yeah, freaking Tonikamo's Elmer fudded me. No, I said Drac. I didn't finish the sentence. I could have been about to say Draconian Quest and just killed myself. When will you do Draki Quest, like you said in this clip? Yeah, definitely.
Once upon a time, a young hero, descended from the legendary warrior Erdrick, defeated the dreaded Dragon Lord and restored peace and light to the world. Having done so, he set off on a journey with his new bride, and together they founded a kingdom of their own. This kingdom came to be ruled by their children, and by their children after them. Under the enlightened rule of the Scions of Erdrick, the nation grew ever greater and more prosperous. As the years passed, other adventurous scions forged forth into the unknown, founding new kingdoms in their ancestors' image. Thus came there to be 3 nations ruled by those descended of the hero and his maiden.
So that basically sums up the ending of Dragon Quest 1. It became canon
The first and oldest of the 3 was the Kingdom of Middenhall, named after the castle built by the hero and his bride.
That the hero in Dragon Quest 1 left with
My beautiful boy.
Thou wilt grow into a fine leader of the land.
the Princess
This
Gwaelin.
I am certain.
And we are his descendant, I believe 100 years past the first game.
After Middenhall was founded the Kingdom of Canuck, a nation nestled betwixt misty mountains and lush forests.
So you're pretty much playing with your cousins in this game. Like, you're the hero again, but there's also
Thy steely gaze.
A handsome devil,
the others,
to be sure.
the other
Now,
party members are your
what name
cousins.
might befit one so dashing?
Or relatives, I guess is a better term. Because who knows how far they are. Do I want to change these people? I mean, it was like... They had canon names in the first game, or in the original. But they're like... It was basically the hero, the fighter, and the priestess. Like, the first character could not use magic and just use skills. And the second character could use magic, and the third character was just magic. So it was kind of like sword magic. Should I just keep it as is? Anyone have an opinion? No to changing? Or no to being responsible for it? You really told me to throw a heart at the end of it? Oh god damn it, fine. I'm not responsible for this.
It is perfect, is it not?
The very height of perfection, my dear. A mighty name for a yet mightier heir.
Lastly came the kingdom of Moonbrook, founded by a spell-casting scion to whom weavers of magic flocked from the world over.
Cardark heart. Where the heart is silent. It's like Caradoc.
Dear, supposest thee the
I don't know how
princes of
their
Midmoor
language
and
works.
Cannock might deign to play with our daughter when the three are older.
I doubt not, but they shall forge a fellowship most firm, as I did with my
Cardark
cousins
heart.
the kings. But first, she will need a name that befitteth her station. And after great pondering, I believe I have happened upon just that. Come, lend me thine ear.
What the hell kind of name is Perenelle? I'm not doing it. Look, if I put heart after her name, the friggin' kingdoms of Moonbrook and whatever the second one would call it are gonna gut each other's throat. What, this? Is that what you're asking for? Friggin' Font is over here having a normal enough name that I didn't throw a friggin' upside down question mark after his name. And his cousins are over here demanding that you pronounce the note in their name. Donica, what you got for me? It can just be Perenelle. I don't have a problem with the game, the in-game name. Tonka has ghosted us. I guess we can't play. We need a name decided on. I was fine with freaking Caradoc. Do you want to just name her Ruby? Okay, just Perenelle as is. Oops. I forgot we hadn't. I'm Perenelle.
Yes, it is lovely. And her future will be bright. I swear it.
Thus did the legendary line
But who is the
continue
fourth
into
one?
Another generation.
There was 4 people on that
Some years
screen.
later,
I'm sorry, I have to pause for a second. That scene is very important because it's now made canon that the sound effects are just an after effect of casting magic. That's not what we hear. It's like when Trails decided to make canon that the visual effects of a spell of an art in Trails are actually there, like summoning towers. Which means, like, when you cast Galleon Wolf, a giant astral wolf sends an energy blast towards your enemy. But they made canon now that that's part of the world. But yes, magic exists.
By the goddess. Guards, assemble!
It's important. That means that the sound effects are just part of the
Majesty,
world.
I bring great tidings! Lookouts report an army of fiends upon the horizon. They draw ever closer.
Curse thee, Hargon.
Hargon?
Hargon. I also love that Paranel was the one person they were like, she's going to have a bright future. And I know that Paranel's kingdom gets destroyed. You're saying her parents jinxed her?
Muster the castle guard! Keep them out! I too will make...
Father!
Sire!
Care not for this old fool. Go to thy captain. Tell him...
I fear it is too late!
Oh, he blew up.
No! No!
Begone, fiends!
Father! What is happening? What will become of us?
Still thy heart. Thou shalt escape this place.
I'd recognize those ugly mugs anywhere. It's the king and his darling daughter.
Which one's the gargoyle?
Lord Hargon was
Oh, the
clear
one with
in
the
his
different colored wings.
instructions. Let no one live.
Just as I feared. But wherefore now? It mattereth not. Moonbrook will not fall today. They knew our faces. Then I have no choice. This way, my child.
Father, please, I do not understand.
Listen to me. Thou hast thy mother's beauty and her wisdom. Thou wert ever our pride and our joy. Since the day of thy birth, everything I have done for thee. I will trade 1,000 lives to live this one with thee anew.
Thou speakest as if this is the last time we shall be together. I shall never leave thy side.
It's a very dramatic opening
Come.
compared to DQ1. Because most of this was in the original game. Like, the scenes were rendered differently, but the effect was there.
This is my kingdom, and I refuse to relinquish it without a fight!
Squeeze! There he is! He may be old, but he knows a spell or two. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Wherefore do you tarry so? Do not tell me you have had a change of heart. Today, you battled the bloodline of Erdrick. Ah!
Yep. I mean, I didn't see it happen. I wonder if they're gonna show the secret, though. I could spoil everything. I know what happens in this game, JR. Anyways, this guard's alive, so he's gonna tell Middenhall.
Must warn Middenhall.
JR is muted, so he doesn't need to know that the dragons are coming back and the Jedi are gonna ride the dragons to defeat Sauron. Obviously.
There thou art, beloved.
Well, JR doesn't need to know about that.
Though thou seemst mightily vexed. Didst thou dream ill-omened dreams, perchance? Our dreams are the mirror of our souls, my boy. If ever aught should trouble thee, thou must needs share it. Thus is a problem halved, as the saying goes.
So this is our dad.
But enough of such talk. Today is a day like any other, and thou must needs be about thy duties. Pray, go into the streets of the city and walk amongst thy people. Speak to them of their hopes and fears, that thou might one day rule wisely over them.
Sonic basketball?
And thence to the
That was
practice
your dream?
ground, that thy sword might one day suffice to protect them. For thou art mine heir, but thou art also heir to mighty Erdrick, hero of legend, and thus is thy duty twofold. Thou must needs be king and hero both. 'Tis no easy path, but I trust that thou wilt tread it well.
Pray, stop by to see the item seller this day, Highness. Tidings oft travel fastest among those who cross the land in search of profit. There is much to be learned from such people, and thence to the captain of the guard, and learn that of the sword which he might see fit to teach thee.
Man, I'm so busy. This is why Silent for Guy can be funny, he must be a hero in the Lords of the world, and it's kind of just nodders. Yeah, I'm trying to think. At least the first 4 games, you don't really say anything. You do say something at the end of DQHD, but it's like a short speech. Okay. There, square. I couldn't remember what the map button was. Why does... Maybe it's just me. The DQ2 hero, his outfit kind of gives me, like, the Wind Waker vibes. It's like Wind Waker feeling, but also, like, the design of, like, Nausicaa? Well, what I mean by Wind Waker is, like, it almost feels like over the 100 years or so, people are like, yes, this is what the previous Erdrick wore, and then it's kind of like, well, we have better fabrics. Because my character is clearly not wearing, like, armor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's wearing leather armor, supposedly, but it kind of feels like maybe chainmail, but not like full plate armor. It's the same color as DQ1, but it's not like, you know, the same. Sorry, what was that? This old guy's just like, be careful around the teleportal. You'll end up somewhere else. Where am I? Oh, yep. Well, no, he was saying, like, don't trip and fall into the teleportal. Yeah, I'm up there. So I'm trying to remember. So these are the islands that I hate. So the reason I hate these islands is over here, when you go here to that city in the middle there, one of your party members, the prince, gets sick, and I didn't read the guide carefully enough to grab a Yggdrasil leaf from, like, that island. So here I am with only 2 people in my party trying to get her over here on a ship, and then, like, the princess immediately dies. So I'm just, like, save scumming to get over to this island that I didn't know where it was exactly, and I'm just mad at the game for doing this shit. Because, like, there's an island right there, but that island doesn't have a church, so I couldn't revive my party members. Anyways, trying to figure out. So this area is where Hargan is. Where is Tantajo? There's Tantajo. So like this area is where the first game takes place. And then now the world has zoomed out because in this game you get a map, you get a boat. So I'm trying to remember. I need to go up there. I need to get back in the portal. Because nothing I can really do on this island. Haven't even like continued the story, and I'm already getting the overworld trophy. Nice. I was told the freaking Chancellor is like, okay, Prince, go talk to the people, talk to the merchants, then do your sword training. And I'm just like, what's this thing do? And I end up halfway across the world. It's a lot easier once I get the, it was a spell in the first game called, like, Nose for Treasure, which was a free spell that basically told you, hey, are there treasures on this map? Very useful. Wow. Never ever want to oversleep or to otherwise tarry. I'm sure all is well. Wow. Rude boy is rude. Who could have guessed? Saucy rogue, nice. Wow. Friggin' rude boy over here is got chastised, and you're just like, I was just trying to help. I thought if I told him how much he sucked, he would stop sucking. They definitely added that in, because, like, I never thought it was weird that the prince, or the hero in this game couldn't cast magic. Like, sure, the hero in the first game could, but, like, you know, I thought I was just specialized in swordcraft. It didn't become, like, this freaking Rock Lee situation of, like, you can't cast magic, weirdo. Why is there another church in town? I guess you don't want to go have everyone going into the castle. Wait, how many save logs do I have? Damn, 9 save logs? Crazy. I only used like 2. Now I'm trying to remember. In OG DQ2, I think it was like Seeds of Magic should go to the princess. I always say it was like most things should go to the princess. Craftsmanship require 3 things: love, kindness, forbearance, and silence. You know, 3 things. Mini medal! These can be traded for all kinds of wonderful prizes with a certain someone who is maximally mad about amassing mini medals. So if you don't know JR, mini medals are a collectible in Dragon Quest games. They're scattered all over the world, sometimes in very annoying spots. One time in DQ3, they were on top of a pyramid. And there's just a guy in every game who will trade you cool stuff. Cool quotation marks. Useful-ish things. That's why Tonika's so happy whenever I find a mini medal, because they're like, hey, somebody found my hiding spot. I think there's like... Well, they weren't in this game, I think, originally. So I don't know how many are in this game. In the first game there were 40. In the third game there was like 100 something. Ah, yes. The well in which somebody's just living fully furnished down here. Art thou certain thou wishes me to spill the beans nonetheless? Well, 'tis because I like the damp sea. Lovely clammy dampness. I'm leaving. Worst story ever. It's not even an issue of, honestly, I can deal with some humidity. If it's a cold humidity. Two problems I have is that it probably, with the yeah, you'd have to do some extra cleaning. Also, his story just sucked. He drew that up as like it's a secret and it's gonna change how you think about everything. And you know, are you sure you want me to tell you? And then it's just, I like the damp. It's like, bro. Okay. That's all I need to talk about, or talk to them about. Now I can do sword practice.
Highness, come, the practice ground awaiteth. Though I fear there is precious little left for me to teach thee. Despite thy youth, thy skill already approacheth mine own, nay, exceedeth it perhaps. To have tutored such a prodigy in the arts maketh
I'm
me
a prodigy of swords.
But I am yet captain of the
Doesn't
guard,
matter if I can't
and have
cast a
pride
spell.
of mine own to think of. I do not mean to yield to thee just yet, young prince.
What? JR, you taking my credit? This is Font. Cardockhart isn't in this kingdom. He's in the next kingdom.
These wounds! Friend, what misfortune hath befallen thee?
Font is the main hero. I mean, I'm sure Cardockhart can find them too, but Cardockhart is the prince of the other kingdom. The one, and he's the one that has sword and magic.
Wherefore wouldst thou abandon thy post at Moonbrook Castle? And how came thee to be injured so?
My wounds matter not. The king, I must speak with him. Please.
Of course. His Majesty will see him, surely. Come, we will take you there.
What is the meaning of this? What hath befallen thee, friend?
Majesty, Moonbrook Castle attacked. Monsters. A great horde of fiends.
Stay with us. I beseech thee.
Fear not, brother. We shall meet again.
Why do they have to make this scene more dramatic by having
He did his duty to the last,
but having
and expended his final
brother
breath
be there?
that we might learn of the assault on Moonbrook.
Also,
his was a grit and forbearance granted to few.
Your brothers, but you work in different
He must be
kingdoms?
given a burial befitting such heroism.
How does that work?
It seemeth ill deeds are afoot in the kingdom of Moonbrook, but we do not yet know the full truth. Pray, do not speak of this until such time as the facts of the matter have been ascertained, lest panic spread needlessly among the populace. Sire, in the meantime, make ready to defend the city. I would speak with my son. Come, child, below with thee.
What? But I just went downstairs. How did I end up here again? Time loop.
Another such tragedy befell our world some decades since. A great monstrous horde laid waste to the land of Renderak. The horde was commanded by one who styled himself High Priest Hargon, fearful that the High Priest's minions might make Middenhall the next port of call. My father did shore up the kingdom's defenses and set his men to watch for monsters on the horizon. I must confess that the further the tragedy drifted in time, the more I had thought the danger past. But the similarities between the assault just now reported and the one my father described cannot be denied. Could this be another Renderak? I hardly dare believe it. We must ascertain the facts of what hath befallen Moonbrook as soon as we are able. I would have thee journey to Cannock, there to share these unfortunate tidings with the king of that realm. None can afford to remain ignorant if the horde is abroad. Thence, thou must visit Moonbrook, and see with thine own eyes what hath befallen it. I must needs remain here to see to our defenses, as my father did before me. Wilt thou bear this burden on my behalf, beloved son?
No.
I am right glad to hear it. Now, before thou departest, a gift. A necklace, to be precise. The princess's pledge. Ere he became the first and greatest king of this land, thine ancestor, mighty Erdrick, did set out upon a perilous quest to defeat the Dragon Lord. This necklace was presented unto him by a certain fair maiden with whom he did forge a firm and lasting bond on his travels. It shall surely aid thee on thy path.
So, the weirdest thing about this, JR, so the Princess's Pledge, it's weird because it's S''S, and who the hell does that? But no, it's weird because the Princess's Pledge is an item you can get in DQ1 HD, but you can only get it by an unrequired ending of the game, a secret ending, where you just have to not return to the castle after rescuing the princess. For the entire game. So like half the game is you holding the princess. And her being there she upgrades her necklace from the princess's necklace to the princess's pledge. Yeah. So that item is given to you right now, but it only exists in a secret ending.
Now away with thee. Venture westward from our realm, and thou shalt reach the village of Leftwine soon enough. From there, cast thine eyes northward, and thou shalt espy the castle of Cannock. As thou well knowst, in Cannock and Moonbrook both are to be found others, through whose veins floweth the blood of the hero of legend. Take care, my child. I have faith that thou wilt see thy duty done.
That sounds fine. Like my quest? Oh, yeah. You know, I get it, he couldn't send us with, like, a friggin', like, platoon, but you'd think he could have given us, like, 2 guards or something, or even 1 guard, instead of just sending me out. I'm trying to remember if it was how do you save in this game? Can you not save? You can only save in the church. Slimes! I think these slimes are faster than me. I don't know if hugs are gonna help toothaches. I'm sorry, I'm not very helpful, I guess. Nice. What, I can't equip Divine Daggers? Game's rigged. I don't remember if that was the original thing or not. So the left line is down there. What the hell is this? No one's worked out yet if there's a sickle with a chain on the end or a chain with a sickle on the end. You got a point there. What? I mean, maybe I burped. I wouldn't consider that a jam. I mean, the window's open. Oh, okay. So I can probably play until about 8 o'clock, I would say. I gotta do some house stuff after that. Well, Tonica, I am both sad and proud of you. So where am I going? Oh, just north, okay. Okay, we have made it to Kenok. 20 medicinal herbs and 10 chimera wings? Okay, the 20 herbs I can almost understand. But 10 wings? That's just excessive. Chimera wings, JR, are teleporter objects before you get the teleportation spell. You can use it to teleport back to any location you've been to. Look, weave on some shit is an amazing emote that I need to use more often. Hey, I didn't know anything about DQ until... Okay, so I bought DQ on my phone, I think. DQ1 on my phone. When it was like a couple bucks, and I needed something to play on a trip or something. But I didn't really start playing it until I got them on my Switch during SGDQ. Because they were like, I got the first 3 games like under 10 bucks total. So that means I've only been playing Dragon Quest for like 4 months. I'm not an OG Dragon Quest, like, nostalgia person. It's been 4 months.
Well met, young Middenhall.
Well met.
How thou art grown since last we saw thee. Yet the furrow of thy brow suggesteth all is far from well.
Fawn explained everything.
Moonbrook is fallen. Her armies laid waste by a vast horde of fiends. Yet as thou sayest, we have but one soldier's word. It would behoove us to learn the truth before acting unduly. Wait! Pray, take our boy with thee.
Though some regard him as something of a featherbrained sort, he is assiduous in his daily training with sword and spell.
God damn it.
Where art thou, boy? Thy presence is required in the throne room.
I said don't you dare.
Whatever is the matter, Daddy? If you were looking for that wayward brother of mine, I'm afraid you shan't find him here. He set off for the wellspring of the hero earlier this morn.
Even now, he marcheth to the beat of a drum entirely his own. Mine apologies, fair prince. Yet I could not forgive myself, wert thou to go companionless and any harm were to befall thee. Wouldst thou be willing to journey to the wellspring of the hero and bring
I'm
back
gonna head
my
off
son?
of this cutscene anyways. So thanks for hanging out, Jer.
Forgive us for troubling thee so, but we should be ever grateful.
Once thou hast located
Damn,
our boy,
we're weaponizing
do
these
see
alerts.
he's returned to the castle. There are matters I would see discussed before you two depart. Is my cousin Moonbrook no more?
We do not know that, dear. Let us not dwell on that we cannot control, but turn our attentions to that we can.
Quite. Summon the Chancellor. The kingdom must be fortified.
Okay. I see a funny. There should be a church nearby.
What was all that talk of Moonbrook just now?
Font explained everything.
Good gracious! That is terrible news, and I can well understand why Father is loath to let you go alone. Then it is decided. I will accompany you on your hunt for my darling brother. After all, if he is to play his part as a scion of the hallowed hero, then so must I. It is as I always say, age is no excuse to laze. I hardly think that Mummy and Daddy Dearest will allow me to join you on your journey to Moonbrook. But at
You
the
do
very
know that
least,
your cute
I
is
can
1
help you
point,
find my
right?
mother. Can't I? Sorry, did you say something? Well, now that is settled, let us prepare to depart. Adventure awaits. But first I must dress for the occasion. Step outside for a moment, please.
Okay, so the fourth character
What do you make of my traveling togs? I sewed them myself, you know.
is another cousin of yours that's like
Boys wouldn't know needlework if it poked you in the eye. When a lady asks for your opinion on her outfit, you say it's stunning or breathtaking. Or if you're feeling particularly adventurous, sublime beyond belief. Anyway, on the subject of feeling adventurous, let us be off. Oh, and pray
I
do
don't
not stand on ceremony. I have a
feel
name for a
like
reason. By
the
all means,
princess
call me
was
by it.
in the first game. Also, you know, I can't change Matilda. Unless. How's that look? Look. Her... What if it was what? You want me to put a friggin' tilde in between Ma and Tilda? Oh, goddamn! You just won. It's a tilde. Her name's Matilda. That would be changing her name completely. Yeah, I actually do. I don't want to... Well, I'm also, like, torn because this is the same family that put a heart in their kid's name, according to JR. So, like, what is stopping her parents from spelling Matilda, but with a Spanish exclamation point in the middle of the word? I was about to say, where is the rule that says punctuation must be at the end of a part of speech? And kind of, yeah? You don't just put quotation marks in the middle of words? I guess technically, are these different from punctuation? Because these go in between letters. But they're also shorthand. Yeah, you know what, I was gonna... I don't want to get into this discussion. JR left, so he doesn't get to put it in as her brother. If JR was here, then... Well, I guess I should say, like... Matilda does seem like the practical person who would, if her name was actually Matilda with an upside down exclamation point, she would probably hate it and refuse to acknowledge it.
Now that is settled, let us fly to the east, over field and forest, and down into the depths of the earth. The wellspring of the hero awaits.
So what's your thing, Matilda? Matilda has forced her way into the party. I gotta say, her outfit is actually pretty rockin'. Canuck's finest, no, too heavy. Canuck's finest is along for the ride. While with you, the princess will help fight against any enemies you cross swords with. However, she hasn't officially decided to join your party just yet. The independent-minded miss won't take any orders from you, nor allow you to rifle through her items or equipment. Damn, so she is just an auto party member. Can she, like, use powers or anything? Well, no. This is different. This is harder than Persona 3. Because in Persona 3, you can tell people what to do. Trust me, I played through the entire game on FES. I will stand for no besmirching of the auto system. Okay, so we just saved there. I will probably play some trails offline. But I will head offline. It's been another hour. I've been live for 5.5 hours. I'm actually going to watch someone different, but I can do a quick check of what Bison's up to. Bison is in the training boss. If you want to watch him, the turret on the platform. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, but I'm gonna go watch Linkus. So I'm just gonna head off. Have a good one.